LMD Magazine and EFM present Biz Talk, taking an in-depth look at today's biz landscape.
Welcome to another edition of LMD EFM Biz Talk. Today we're speaking to Mr. Reyaz Mihular, Managing Partner at KPMG Sri Lanka. Good morning, Mr. Mihular, and welcome to today's episode of LMD EFM Biz Talk.
Thank you.
First of all, could you give us a brief overview of KPMG and its evolution in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, you see, KPMG started off in 1897. So we are one of the oldest firms in the country. It started with the name of Church and Company, and if you look at our old cable address, was Church CE. And then thereafter, some UK chartered accountants came and bought in. It became Ford Rhodes, and then it became Ford Rhodes Taunton. So it was largely Ford Rhodes Taunton, which was the main firm, until in the 80s. We were at that time representing a lot of the big four, and ultimately I think they said that you have to choose one, and we chose KPMG at that time, which was a global leader, the professional services firm. So since that time we've been now KPMG Sri Lanka. So we are approximately around 118 years old.
What would you say are KPMG's greatest achievements in recent times?
Where the firm is concerned, one of the things that we're very proud of is that we have been in the league table, leading the league table published by LMD for the last 10 years. And also in the area of advisory and tax, we have significantly grown. I'd like to particularly talk of a couple, which we are particularly proud of. One was when Amana Bank, which was the first Islamic bank, were given a provisional license and asked to raise money. And we had to raise something like 3.5 billion rupees. And it was just after the financial crisis, so it was not easy to raise money. They asked us to raise money for them, and we went out into the market globally, and we did raise the money. And today Amana Bank is functioning as a fully fledged commercial bank. And that's something that we take particularly proud of. I mean, we did get paid quite well for it, but more than everything else, it is something that we are particularly proud because we had a direct contribution to a bank like that coming to existence. More recently, we have just been appointed as financial and transaction advisors to the National Savings Bank, who have been appointed as lead arrangers for the reorientation of Sri Lankan Airlines and finding a strategic partner. So that's something that we are particularly proud of because we know that that's a transaction which is of very high relevance to the country. And we are very proud to be part of that transaction.
What is your opinion on the state of the accounting industry?
The accounting industry is undergoing a lot of challenges now. There is a new audit report that is going to come very soon, which is going to be effective globally from next year, which requires auditors to state in the audit opinion key audit matters, what are the significant matters on which they have had discussions with the client. And those in the past we didn't put in the audit opinion, it went into a management letter. But now under the new audit report is going to become part of the opinion. This is new to clients and obviously there will be pushback. So we think there will be challenges associated with the introduction of the new audit opinion. Apart from that, of course, globally you find that there are a lot of changes happening to regulatory challenges which are there to the profession. Things like rotation of audit firms, rotation of partners, time off from audits, cooling off periods, trying to separate advisory from audit. So these are all challenges that the accounting industry is undergoing at the moment, but it is a resilient industry and I'm sure we will meet those challenges successfully and overcome them.
In this climate of significant challenges, what do you think the industry lacks and what kind of changes would you like to see made?
The accounting profession has largely been an audit, tax and some advisory. And Audit is known, everybody does. Taxes, we do compliance and some advisory. But in the advisory space, I think businesses are undergoing significant transformation. We have digitalization, we have business models undergoing changes. We as accounting professionals therefore need to innovate our service offering. If we don't innovate the service offering, you will find that we'll get left behind. So I think what I'd like to see from the professionals is to look at these changes and challenges as opportunities and see how we can innovate our offerings so that we can meet. Ultimately, clients need solutions and we need to provide the solutions. We cannot just say, oh, this is all we offer, take it or leave it. I don't think that works. Clients have a need and we need to find a solution to meet that needs. And if that means rejigging and retooling some of what we are doing, then so be it.
What's new at KPMG and what sets you apart from the other players in the industry?
Well, one of the things that we take particular pride in is the fact that we have constantly tried to innovate. I'll just give a couple of examples. A few years ago, I started real estate advisory. And people said, what are you doing, brokering? I said, no, it's a different ball game. We were not getting into the normal brokering. We went into real estate advisory, fully fledged real estate advisory, because this country didn't have established real estate advisors like Jones Lang type of people. So we set up a real estate advisory unit. We got an ex real estate advisor head from the industry, picked him up as our head, and we offered these services to our clients. And of course, we had a benchmark. We said we won't take any deal below 100 million, so that we didn't step into the toes of the smaller brokers or smaller players. So we kept a threshold, and today that real estate advisory is really booming. Similarly, we started a couple of years ago, almost 1.5 years ago, I decided to start a supply chain team, and I picked up people from the Morocco University. These are all not accountants, they're all supply chain graduates, top class graduates. I brought them in. It took time, but today some of my clients are really demanding more and more of their services. I find that team that I built is virtually running 2 to 3 engagements at the same time, trying to meet the needs that are there. So something that we have always tried to do is to innovate, to change, to meet the challenges. And that, I think, is what sets us apart, and I'm sure everybody who does it will make a niche as well.
Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Mihular.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It's a pleasure being with you today.
Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday for more insights from our business community. You can also log on to efm.lk and lmd.lk/lmdtv for a visual experience of Biz Talk.